Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's everybody's favorite princess here, and welcome to my first weekly track review. I plan on doing one of these every single week, either uploading it on a Sunday or a Monday. It really depends on what my availability is, but it is going to be one of those days. And the concept for the video is that I am going to be reviewing the songs that I think were either the best or the worst songs of the week. So from Monday to Sunday, I am going to be reviewing what songs I think were the best of that week, all the way to there, and which songs I think were the worst of the week from that week. And I'm going to do that every single week, so make sure you tune in every Sunday. And if there's not a video out on Sunday, try looking back on Monday, and there should be one there, hopefully. And the first song that I want to talk about today is the new song with Lewis of Man with Carly Rae Jepsen. He just dropped a new song featuring Carly Rae Jepsen named Move Me, which has this really dope aesthetic to it, and I think it's a great song. Like I said, it has this really dope aesthetic to it, and there's even this part in the song uh, that kind of sounds like an old school poppy song from like 2017, somewhere during Carly Rae Jepsen's part, which I know could be a really easy thing to say since they both have the more kind of squeakier type of vocals. But just in this one song though, there's a little tiny spot that sounds a lot like an early 2017 poppy song. So I really like that. So that was dope. However, one song that came out this week that I don't really care for is Bella Porch's new Dolls song. And yeah, if you don't know who Bella Porch is, she's basically this like TikTok artist, and she has released a couple songs so far from this year. This is actually her first song she's released in 11 months, actually. So within the last year-ish, she has released like 3 songs. And all of them, for the main part, have all been really catchy, but they all kind of followed the pattern of like this repetitive type of song, which seems to be at this point Bella Porch's type of thing. Now, I'm not really a big fan of Bella Porch, but anything with Bella Porch in it gets views basically. So I thought I would cover the track, and that's really the only reason why I don't like the song though, is because it follows her common pattern of like the repetitive songs. Like I said, a lot of her songs tend to have like like a 20-second long verse, and it gets to the chorus, and it does like another 20-second long verse, and then back to the chorus, and then maybe there'll be like a 10-second long bridge, and then it'll go back to the chorus. And it seems like all of her songs have been following this pattern. So that's why I haven't really liked any of her songs so far. But I do have to admit that all of them are pretty catchy. So she definitely has some talent there. And yeah, I could see her having potential if she tried working more on her actual verses and not just trying to speed straight to the chorus right away. If she focused more on the choruses, or I mean the verses, she probably could have a more better song, in my opinion. And then the next one that I wanted to cover is Stick Figure's new song with collie, buddz. the new song called Showdown. It seems to be like a third single from one of their upcoming albums. Although I was talking to my dad earlier, and they might have a new album out right now. I gotta check up on that. But yeah, no, this might be their third single. It seems like actually. Okay, yeah, no, it just looks like a third single. The other two that look like they could come from the same album off of here is one of their songs called Way of Life, which features Slightly Stupid. And that's a really dope song. It has a really unique, standout sound on it that's a bit different than all of their other stuff. And I just wanted to make sure I was right about that. So last night, when I wrote this down, just to clarify, I went back and listened to some of their other stuff, and yeah, that song right there seems like it. It seems like it's the most produced song amongst these three. So I'm really interested in what their new album may sound like if they do have a new album coming out. And yeah, and it honestly seems like one of their most, that one right there that I was just talking about honestly seems like one of their most produced songs. And I went through a little of their catalog, and I went through a little bit of their their Set in Stone album, which is the album I feel like has the most production in it, and has the most standout production. And this one, it does sound like it has the more production than those songs. So I am definitely interested in how this album could sound if there is another one coming out in the future. Uh, but yeah, like I was saying, there that song, "The Way of Life," it has it has this like atmospheric type of sound to it, and yeah, it just yeah. Um, that's all I have to say about that one. Their other song that they released earlier this year that could be off of the same album is their song "Paradise," which has this nice rhythmic sound to it that it just feels like a breath of fresh air listening to the song. Um, and yeah, the song, like the others that I am about to list, it just has a lot more in-depth sound to it than your average slight I'm sorry, than your average stick figure song, or at least within the last couple of years, I feel like. So, like I said, definitely really intrigued for a new stick figure album. Now, this new one with collie buddz, um, yeah, it's really cool. I would also put it amongst my favorites of the week. It has some amazing standout dubs on it, and it has this nice dreamy texture to just add on top of that. And I think Cali Buddz adds his own like his own common like reggae sound, but also definitely his own twist to the average reggae sound too. So he definitely has his own unique thing going on too, and uh, and it's definitely more neat than your typical reggae song. I feel like, and he does sound very similar to Slightly Stupid on it though, which I have no problem with though, because I think they're amazing bands, so that's not really an issue with me. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I like the tone that Stick Figure is heading right now, so I'm just really interested where this is going to lead them. So let me cover who these guys are real quick, just in case you don't know who they are. Stick Figure is a popular reggae band. I have been listening to them for uh, probably like 5 years at least now, and they're just a cool reggae band that I really like. Now to get on to the next song that I have on my list is Heavy Chest featuring Benee. The song's name is Sunday 926. Now, I have been a pretty big fan of Benee for a while. I first discovered her through her song off of Joji's album, which got me more into wanting to hear more stuff from her. And obviously, I know her from her songs like I know I messed up, I'm just a loser. I forget what the name is. And yeah, and then she did the one song with Grimes, which had me really liking her. So yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of her at this point. I'm pretty up to date with all of her music. So I think she did pretty good on this song. Heavy Chest did his own thing. And what I like most about this song would probably be the overall sound to it, because the sound has this like very dreary and like smooth melting sound on it, and that's really all I have to say about it, because that is the key element that stands out most in this song. So I feel like it's really good just for that point alone. And then we also got a new song from Pink Floyd this week, which is actually it's just a revision to their 1994 song A Great Day of Freedom. This one is just a 2022 version to their song Great Day of Freedom. It seems to mainly just be like David Gilmour though, but it's still a good song though. It I feel like David Gilmour's vocals could be a little bit more better on the song. I feel like his vocals have died down quite a bit since the original, and I feel like this version is a lot more died down version than the original. So, but I mean, originals are usually hard to beat, but this one just seems a lot more died down. I don't hate it though. I still think it's a good song, and it seems like this song follows their song they released a couple weeks ago called Hey Hey Rise Up, with this artist named Andrei. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just gonna assume that's how you pronounce it. And yeah, knowing Pink Floyd, I think maybe possibly these two songs could be connected, and maybe it could lead to a future album or EP. Uh, with the themes going along with these, I definitely think there is a possibility that these two songs are connected. I just can't say for certain. And yeah, but yeah, it's Pink Floyd. It seems like they've been being pretty active for this year at least. Everything else they have been releasing besides this though, they still have released some new music, but a lot of it is just like new material that you can only listen to if you have like $20,000 to drop on it. So it is interesting seeing them take this route, and I will be very interested to see where it goes. Alright, the next song I want to cover is Demi Lovato's Substance song. This one I was not a fan of. I think this one She sounds a little bit too much like Avril Lavigne on it, and I feel like both of those artists, or I feel like Avril Lavigne has already stayed her welcome, and I feel like we don't need to pick that sound up again. I feel like it was good for the time, and the couple revivals she has done has been good for at least a decent bit. Uh, Except for her last album. Her last album was terrible. But I was a big fan of Demi Lovato's actual last album, so that's what keeps me listening to her new music right now. But how I'm feeling about her new stuff she's putting out this moment, though, I'm not really caring for, because it seems like she's just trying to jump on a new trend that is of punk rock, and I feel like punk rock has been dead for a long time. I don't think there isn't a possibility that we could get a couple good ones re-emerging here and there, but I think for the main part it is a dead genre that is always going to seem outdated for a good hunk of time, and I think it's just going to stay like that. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that song. Sounds too much like Avril Lavigne. The song just sounds extremely uninspired. Doesn't sound like something that she actually wanted to put out. Sounds like she's just looking for the next movement to jump on. Although she is still keeping similar elements from her last album on there, more lyrically wise than anything else. So I think maybe she is still keeping the original state of mind in that way, but it doesn't seem like uh, she knows what she wants to do from there, or she is just trying to make a new rise into the charts again. So that's all I have to say about that one. The next one, however, I have to say, the new Ellie Goulding song featuring Big Sean, Easy Lover. This song is amazing. This is pop done right. I don't think Demi Lovato's version was not there. This one, however, I feel like is amongst pop perfection. It is everything you want in a pop song. Uh, It is a great pop ballad. It has many standout elements to it. It sounds like something different that we haven't heard from Ellie Goulding. At least I have in a while. This is, yeah, it just sounds like something completely new and is just an amazing song. It sounds really great. It's probably amongst some of my favorite of this week as well. And this is her first song she has released since 2020, it looks like. And yeah, all I have to say about it is really catchy, really enjoyable. Um, what else? Yeah, just enjoyable to listen throughout the whole thing. It has a nice groovy beat to it, and Sean's verse, is like your average Big Sean verse. It is nothing out of the ordinary. It is just your average, alright Sean verse. That's all I have to say about it. It's alright. I don't hate it. It does what it needs to for the song. It doesn't help boost the song any bit or anything of that sort, but it just gives you a nice little simple break. And that's all it really needs to be. I don't hate that he's on there, and I don't love that he's on there either. So Big Sean did his own thing on here, and that's very usual of him. Nothing else really to say of that. The next one on the list I wanted to cover was Token's new song, I Was in Hollywood. Absolutely hate this song. I hate everything about this song. I think the lyrical content is good. However, I think this song is mixed terribly. I think the vocals float too much on top of the beat instead of uh like actually gravitating around the beat. I feel like whoever engineered this didn't do a good job or a well enough job just actually making his rhymes match up with the beat. I think it could have been engineered a lot better. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. It's overall not a great song. Lyrically, it seems to be okay, but other than that, it's just not a good song. And even lyrically, the lyrics are what kind of killed the song because the lyrics aren't put on the beat well enough to sound intriguing to listen to. At least in my opinion, it just floats on top and just does not sound greatly mixed together. So that's all I have to say about that one. The next one I have to talk about is uh Haunt 3D's new song featuring Elvis Depressedly. The new song Fallen Off. And this is a cool song. It's a nice, cool setup song. It is uniquely produced. One downside I have to say about the song, though, is that it ends a bit too soon, but the song does sound like it gives you know, the illusion of a falling off through the beat. So I think maybe that's why the song might have ended too short, but I can't really say. It's not a song I can get super into because of that reason. I feel like it just ends too short, so I can't get into it too much because of that reason. But that's all I have to say about that song. But it's a decent song. Then the next one on the list is Monica's new song featuring Ty Dollar Sign, Friends. Um, yeah, this song is a really dope song. It's a really amazing song. I feel like this one was really well produced, and I think whoever produced this song did a really great job at it. It has a nice, deep, smooth beat, and just everything just smooths perfectly fine on it. And this song didn't have to be any more than it already was, and yeah, it didn't have to be any less than it was. This was just a perfect song. Also amongst some of my favorite songs of this week as well. Now, those were my wrapped ups of my most favorited songs and least favorited songs of this week. Um, if you guys like it, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Hit the bell notification if you want to be notified of more videos of mine. I have a lot more stuff planned on happening outside of this as well, so if you're interested in that, just make sure you hit that bell button below and yeah, just check out my other stuff or just stay tuned next week to see my second weekly review. So that's all I have to say. So until then, see you guys. Bye.